Hello, my people. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your location. I am up again today, the 10th of March 2023, on a Sunday. I say good evening to everyone. Join me so that we will continue. Biafra is our religion. We must evangelize Biafra on this very platform, which is one of the Breji media platforms where we tell you people the authentic truth and give you update the way it is happening. Hello, my brother. Thank you for joining me. Henry, you're welcome. Today is Mothering Sunday, and let me thank God for that. Almighty Father, merciful God, King of glory, I thank and glorify your holy name for mothers. The Mother Mary, the mother of our Savior, is a woman, and so are all the women all over the world, especially the Biafran women. My Lord, I thank you so much. I thank you for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and his late mother. We remember her soul to rest in peace. I remember the mother of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, today being the Mothering Day. We thank you, Lord. And I thank all Biafran mothers. He say, my people, I have to play a song that was sent to me by one of our mothers. And this song is beautiful. So my people, this is it. It is very short. I hope I haven't committed an offense. The one they call, what do they call it? Copyright. But this is for Christian mothers. She's a Christian mother, and Odiramko Ifendi, Odiramko the recorded, more not the sold with rights. Ifa Boegundi Christian mother. So all Biafra mothers all over the world, I say thank God on your behalf, and may we mothers continue to teach our children how to behave so that our Biafra society will be a society worthy of emulation, and that we should be able to tell our children the truth and the way of life, teach them about God and 10 commandments, because fear of God is the beginning of wisdom, and every sane society knows that you cannot do anything without placing God first. So my people, etekigo m ya bụ risk ịkpọ egwu a, but ndị nne, ndị nọ n'ụlọ, ama m na ndị nne na value Mother's Day so much. So ka ndị nne malụ na ọfanwa ka nna akụla egwu a, ọ ga-adịrị ndị nne niile mma ebe ọbụla onye ọbụla nọ bụrụ onye nne ka anyị gbaa mbọ na-alụ ọlụ anyị as mothers. Ise. So my people, as usual, I will have to play Onyendu's voice.
A very great job, Sam. You must go and listen to Simon. He's doing a very fantastic job. Very great job, Simon. Very, very absolutely fantastic job. You must listen and share this video accordingly. Very, very important. It is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to it. Very important. You must go and listen to Simon.
Yes, Onyendu has instructed that we should go and listen to Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister. He is a great man, a very young man, born in 1985. According to him, that's when I heard he was born. He said it on the day we joined him to visit Canada. You see, when there's a proverb in Igbo land which says that when basket fetches water, the bucket becomes upset. Ndị Igbo na-akpọ ya nkata kute mmiri, ifele emebeju. How can a young man as young as our Prime Minister be the one to bear his shoulders for all of us? You know the weight, what it means for somebody as young as this to be the one leading us when our leader is not around. What do? We have to pat him on the back. And how do we do that? Anything he tells us, we have to do it. Not just foolishly, but we know that currently he follows Onyendu's template. There was a video where Onyendu was talking of a Gemma, the Igbo old currency or Igbo coin, so many years ago. That was what Onyendu said that we are going to use for our currency and coins. And that was exactly what our Prime Minister did. And many more things that he has done. This self-referendum that we are doing now was what our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was stressing on to the zoo government. But nobody is listening. Anything that our Onyendu wanted to do, which the DOS denied him access to, these are the things that our Prime Minister and his cabinet members, government in exile, are doing. So the only way we have to pat our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, on the back is to follow suit. And those of us who have willingly decided to follow him, I beg you people not to sabotage him, because he used to say that Ejiofor is the eye that is in this agitation that we are making and the Biafra liberation that we are fighting to get and freedom. We should endeavor to vote, because this self-referendum, it was one of Onyendu's agenda. That's what he was telling the zoo government, but they never accepted, because they removed referendum from the constitution when they changed everything in 1919. They completely removed anything that will benefit any other person in the country except the Fulanese, because they've always felt marginalized. So if they have been feeling marginalized in Nigeria, why didn't they go back to Futajalon where they came from? They waited until the right time. When Buhari, after creating Boko Haram with Shetima, they destabilized Goodluck Jonathan's government, and the Miloko, who is Tinubu, sponsored Buhari to come in. Since the inception of his administrative government in the zoo, the Fulanese changed automatically overnight. This is how you know what people have in mind. And that was when Onyendu stopped being a Nigerian. Our prime minister followed suit. He used scissors to cut his Nigerian passport in public. Our prime minister was a sprinter. He obtained so many gold medals for Nigeria. He did that in so many other countries that Nigeria participated in sports. So our prime minister, we all were Nigerians before going back to our root, Biafra. So my people, I am strongly advocating that we should endeavor to follow our PM, Mazi Simon Ekpa, support him and not to sabotage him. Because anybody who is sabotaging this movement, Allah will not forgive them. Biafra land will not forgive them. The spirit of Ndiebulebu will not forgive them. We, the mothers, we will go naked and swear for the people. I mean it. We can do it. Because enough is truly enough. We do not want anybody sabotaging our prime minister the way they sabotaged Ojukwu during the war. Sabotage Owazurike, sabotage Onyendu. We cannot accept anybody sabotaging this very mission again. We will not. Because sometimes you will say to someone, you are a toothless bulldog, there is nothing you can do. No. If we mothers swear at anybody, it will be burning like a burning bush on you. Instant reaction and action. That's what you will be getting. So, my people, there's a video of a pastor that was advising Nigeria in his church that I want to play.
When you take the leader away, okay, take the leader away. Yeah, that's how many people are on the street. Do you know how many spirit of Biafra have entered people? Do you know how many? Do you know how many millions are carrying the spirit of Biafra around? So if you kill the leader or you take the leader away, can you take the spirit from everybody? Ojukwu is not here, but Biafra is alive.
Yes, he said, take the leader away, just like they have taken Onyendu away now. The spirit of Biafra entered our prime minister. What is going on now? The DOS, Directorate of State, that we are working with Onyendu, pretending to be Onyendu's allies. But since truly, from everything that happened, they came to make money. out of Biafrans. Because a freedom fighter, you must be seen to be doing the freedom fighting. Everybody must be talking about you. People must be seeing your activities. But since Onyendu was abducted, the DOS that collected that 100 million that Nigeria government paid them, they kept quiet because they cannot be speaking from both sides of their mouth. They collected the money and they are doing the needful. As early as last month, one of them, in the name of China Samuru, was in Imo State to attend burial. That shows that he's not a freedom fighter. What's his name? Chibuz, or the one from Newi that lives in South Africa. He went to bury his mom. Nothing happened to him. You saw him with the senators. These are the conspirators, the people that sold our Onyendu. So when you are a freedom fighter and nobody is chasing after you, Onyendu said that what you are doing is not effective. Because what you are doing, if it is effective, they will be talking about you. What's his name? Our prime minister, every time Nigeria government, if they are not calling him in Southeast, they will be calling him in House of Assembly by, what's his name? The Senate President, Akpabio, or the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa. Yes, because what our prime minister is doing is effective. That's why they always call him. So this pastor is saying they may take their leader away, but the spirit of Biafra still lives in them. So they've taken our leader away, and the spirit of Biafra in our prime minister is still showing up. The spirit of Biafra in all of us is still waxing very high. Even when Odumegwu Ojukwu, our supreme leader, has died some years ago. Hello, my darling sister. You're welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Juliana. Thank you. So this pastor is saying, even if they take their leader away, that because Biafra is an ideology, the spirit of Biafra will still be in so many of us, like our prime minister. So let me continue playing his voice.
Before he left, he kept quiet and lived peacefully and left. The generation that has come and picked it up, and it's even worse than his own now. And they are using it with knowledge. So the best way to deal with this is not gun and bullet. It's not gun and bullet. When the revolution wants to start, the revolutionists, the first thing they will do, they will pass their idea and impregnate their followers. The only way to stop it is to stop them before they impregnate the followers. When the followers are impregnated, that's all. All of them are carrying pregnancy. They will soon deliver to other children. If you have 2 million Biafra, you already have 4 million Biafra. Because they are selling their ideology. And now I don't have a problem. Well, my own concern is that you don't take women's life. The best way to do that, you engage them in their ideology. If you feel their ideology is not correct, you dialogue. You sit down with them. If dignifying them will make them feel important, then do that.
You see what he is saying? Then dialogue. You know, on Sundays, I use Sundays to go through everything that we did during the week, just to remind our people so that our mind will continue focusing on what we are doing. This very man now said that we are all pregnant of this ideology, Biafra. We are 70 million. Let's assume that that 70 million we are all adults. Times 2 is 140 million Biafrans with another 70 million ideas. They can not buy all of us at the same time. So even if they are holding Onyendu, Biafra is still going on. It will never die. No, my people, not even anytime soon, not now. So he mentioned dialogue. Today, I was reading the newspaper Punch, and some people were interviewing Gumi because recently they went to Kaduna and abducted 312 children. That's the number, the correct number, because the gutter media news will tell you fake numbers. If there are 300, they will tell you is 200. So that they will be using their report to minimize the number. That is their business anyway. So they were interviewing Gumi. Gumi said that abduction of school children will never stop in Nigeria until the government dialogues with the bandits. They asked him why. He said because government should hear them out and do what they want. But some time ago, they have already asked him, hello, Chibike, my brother. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Juliana, happy Mother's Day. I've played a song for mothers. If you go through the video, you will hear it. So as I was saying, some time ago, hello, my sister, I've played the music. We love you, our well-able, sweet sister. Thank you very much. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day again. So they asked him, why does he want government to dialogue with them? Though he didn't answer it, but some time ago, he said that they have a demand. And what is their demand? Their demand is that they want the whole Nigeria to become Islamic country, and that the women, every woman in Nigeria should be covering their hair, and everybody, they should turn all the churches to mosque. That is their grievance. That is what they say they want. But in which place are they going to be doing that? That's what Gumi said, that is what their grievance. He said it a long time ago, but recently, because there were this abduction, Gumi said that abduction of children from school will continue until government dialogues with them. So why can't the same government dialogue with IPOB when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asking for referendum to be conducted? Why didn't they dialogue with him? And nobody is coming after Gumi. This is the pain. But every day they will leave their insecure northern states and be in southeast and the southwest buying people. You know? So this very pastor, I have used this video before, but I think he said something, he modernized it. That's why I'm playing him again.
If you have 2 million Biafra, you already have 4 million Biafra. Because they're selling the ideology. And now I have a problem. My own concern is that you don't take woman's life. The best way to do that will give them in the ideology. If you feel the ideology is not correct, you dialogue. You see,
Thank you, Juliana. She said, Happy Mother's Day, sister. We love you and thanks for being there for us. Thank you so much. You see, all these things we are doing, to be honest with you, we are doing it for our own good, for our children and grandchildren, and for ourselves. Nobody likes a very chaos environment, even in your home, when your home is not peaceful. So you can imagine when so many homes in a country is not at peace, you know. So this very man, he is a very good observer. And when a pastor is talking like this, he is talking to millions of people, because all this congregation here, when they get home, this is what they will be discussing with those who did not come to that church that very day. Everybody will hear that their pastor said this. Because when Saduana of Sokoto, Ahmadu Bello, was still alive, he destroyed the image of the Igbos because he had personal hatred for the Igbos. Now, in a way, what is happening is good. Everybody in Nigeria now knows who their problem is or which tribe they want to live with. Yes. When you are pushing people, looking for their trouble, and you don't want to give up, you have earmarked yourself, exposed yourself, shown everybody the kind of person you are made of, the stuff and the fabric of the society you live in will come after you. I'm sure that if you ask Nigerians now, between Fulani and the Igbo man, who do you want? The public will have that to answer, who they want. Because the Igbo man is an entrepreneur from childhood. Yes, we are very industrious, very hardworking. You cannot see an Igbo man on the street begging, even if he is a cripple. Igbo man is a very proud person. They don't like to beg. They don't like to even be servants. But our modified way of one serving another is the one that the traders in Onitsha and the Alaba market, they do. You will live with them, serve them for 7 years, and they will open a different shop for you and send you off nicely, and you will start your own business. So that is the dignified service we give to one another. We hate to be enslaved, but that is what is in the mind of the Fulanis, that because we are not Ndi na-akpọ isi anyị, that we are their slaves and we are infidels. It is them, not us. My sister Mary said, it's best to pull out from Nigeria to save lives of Igbos of present and future generations to come, forever and ever. He say, I agree with you, totally.
With them. If dignifying them will make them feel important, they do that.
Yes. Yes, Mary said Igbos are very enterprising. Yes, we are very enterprising. So the pastor started again here.
There are more crazy Nnamdi Kanu that will come up after Nnamdi. They're just hiding on that. The only way to kill this is not by gun and bullets. It's by engaging with proper dialogue, with knowledge and wisdom.
Yes, it's not by gun and bullet. Onye ndu si na fa ga-abịa, fa gbuo anyị, anyị na-egbukwa fa. Man, in the end, Biafra ga-abịa. And I believe in that. Yes, I believe in that, because if we say to you, oh, Nafade Buani, it's a lie. So my sister Mary said, Igbos are very enterprising and hardworking and have talents of invention. Yes, we are very innovative. We develop, we do not destroy. You can never see any Igbo man demolishing houses belonging to another tribe in Igbo land. But the truth is that they don't even travel to Igbo land. Thank you, my darling Gertrude. Daluso Nwannem, I love you too. He says, Sister Betty, we love you. Continue doing what you are doing. Amen. Thank you. Today is Mother's Day. I wish you happy Mother's Day. Happy Sunday, Ada Biafra. Daluso Nwannem Ihe Jirika. God bless you. Thank you for joining. Make your comments or call me to speak to our people. If you care to talk to our people, then you can call me on my number and I will give you the phone, because I want this to also be an interactive session where we all interact, air our mind, because when you interact with people, engage them, like this pastor said, you will know what they think. This world is a selfish place, but people do follow what is called law, 3-letter words that guides people on how to live with one another. You engage with people, you air their mind. Hello, my beautiful sister, happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much. God bless you for joining. Diane, thank you. We are complete. Happy Mother's Day to you all. You know, so when you are with people, always give them the opportunity to say their mind. I really do this, but I don't intend to impose my personal idea on anyone. If I say anything that anyone does not agree with, you know, you let me know and we can argue it out. And when others hear the argument, they will learn from it. So my sister Obi said, Biafra is the only solution to our problem. Exactly, my sister. So now that Gumi is always saying this, nobody goes after him. Even his bandits, nobody goes after them. Nobody. But our governors in the Southeast always bring in the military, as if they don't know that those people are not trained soldiers. They are what they call terrorists in military uniform. Any governor that brings zoo soldiers to his state is also a terrorist, because they know that these military are the terrorists. They say that they are repentant Boko Haram. Thank you. My sisters, our sister Mary is wishing every mother happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much. Every mother in the house, happy Mother's Day to you. And God bless all of you. We should continue to do the needful, letting the children live a sincere and proper life, so that our Biafra society will remain peaceful and truthful. That is all we need. So my people, this is it. As I told you people, I do use Sunday, you know, to recap on what we discussed during the week. We talked about the food scarcity and the warehouse in Abuja that was vandalized by Abuja citizens. And we also heard our Prime Minister on Wednesday about his State of Nation, where he told us about the Ministry of Justice that was established and the achievement we have made from sit at home and stifling of the zoo economy by that sit at home. Today, in his Twitter handle, he tweeted that the Biafra liberation fighters continued to blow the pipe, the oil and gas pipe, the one belonging to Aji in Warri today, being 10th of March. So, my people, we are not relenting until Biafra comes. As our sister Juliana said, Biafra is the only solution to our problem. We also talked this week about the division of the military. You know, the zoo divided the military. They said that the Southeast military men should be the one to go and fight insecurity in Southeast. And when we heard the news yesterday, it became clear to me why they gathered the Southeast military, indoctrinating them and telling them you should go to Southeast. There is no insecurity in Southeast. It was Hope Uzodinma who introduced that insecurity because he is trying to please them. But yesterday, from our Prime Minister's Twitter handle, it was crystal clear that Hope Uzodinma was the one sponsoring coup in the zoo, military coup, and that his intention was to eliminate Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila, Mr. Bello Matawale, and the Vice President, Mr. Shetima. So we are still waiting to hear from them what will be the outcome of that, whether the coup is going on or whether they are going to die everything and sweep it under the carpet as usual. You know? So, my people, it is always good to recap. And we also talked yesterday about how the zoo government, hello, my big brother, good evening and greetings to you, Emenike, the wonderful man, he is finally here. Thank you so much for joining us. Make your wonderful comments, and if possible, call me and I will give you the phone to speak to our people. Anyone who wishes to call should please indicate. Happy Mother's Day. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I will be looking out for Father's Day and you will be paid back. Thank you so much. Yes. So, yesterday we talked about the way the zoo government have changed people's domiciliary accounts into Naira. But I can assure you, my people, it is because of Ejema coins. Because anytime we are doing something, they will be hanging by the side. Because they are very archaic with their method of administration. We are the new breed. We are bringing new life into that part of the world. So anything we do, they will try to copy. You know, they will try to copy and maybe modernize it. Okay, let me call it out for you. It's +44. Yeah, +44. Let me see if I can put it on the platform so that, yeah, you will copy it from here now. Yeah, I have posted it here. So it's +44 7706 705575. Just call so that you can speak to our people, and I will be very glad to take the call. So my people, you know, even in America or in UK, you can never see somebody like Joe Biden going to the bank to tamper with individual accounts of the citizens. It will only happen in Nigeria, the zoo nation. You can never see that even in Germany happen, not in France, not in UK, not even in China or in India, that a president of a country will go to the bank and start changing people's money. You know, why would they do that? And where have they taken the currency to, the foreign currency? Because if anyone has a domiciliary account, if they pay you $100 or 100 euros or 100 pounds or 100 Japanese yen, all you have to give them back is the currency that they paid into your bank. But you can imagine for a whole country like the zoo to go and change people's money. I played the voice of the person that said that here yesterday. And I also discussed yesterday that America offered the zoo to come and help them to bring back those 312 girls abducted on Friday morning. America made the offer and said to them that we will arrest the perpetrators. Do you think that they will do that? Of course they will not. They will not accept to do that because the perpetrators are Boko Haram and bandits, the one they call bandits. Because they created them, they equipped them, they give them all those powerful weapons that they use. They will not listen to America in that, you know, because they know what they are doing. So my people, we will continue, you know, we will continue to talk about Biafra, self-referendum, donations, and things like that, you know. because our self-referendum must be achieved. It must be achieved. There's another one I have to play for you here. Listen carefully.
At this time, increasing cost of living, economic. But anyone who is going to rescue Nigeria would have to reimagine it and then rebuild it from the ruins of the Buhari regime. That was what I said, sat in this seat. And I did say in addendum at the time that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is incapable of envisioning a future for Nigeria because he's part and parcel, integral part and parcel of the horrible past of this country. Nobody alive is more responsible for the emergence of the Buhari regime than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's on record as having owned it himself. So when I hear...
This man is called Dele. He's a barrister, but he's retired now. So he is giving a conference. And I don't want to interrupt his comments.
The man talking as though there is a disconnect between his... I don't even know, because this is not even a man we elected. Between himself and the despicable man named Buhari that has left the office. When I hear that disconnect, it baffles me that there can be such inability or maybe wanton wickedness. Because if he says he has inherited a bad situation, the question is from who? It's the same people, the same character, it's the same man. He was there for 8 years during the Buhari administration. He had nothing to say against Buhari. And when he was coming, he made clear that he was going to continue the policies of the Buhari administration. So when the man is now pontificating and talking about difficult economic decisions and that is a difficult thing to react to, it's like asking me to react to madness. I know as a fact, and I sat here over a year ago to tell you what to expect. I told you at the time that he is one of the two horsemen of the apocalypse. And today, you have a disaster succeeding a calamity. Because that's the best way to describe this succession of madness. So anybody who is expecting that there will be a course correction because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the one sat in the office and not Buhari, the person is wasting his time. Asking me to react to it, I'm sure you already knew what I was going to say anyway, because as far as I'm concerned, it's like asking the difference between 6 and half a dozen. It's the same family, the same crime family that had been in office in Nigeria. It's still the same crime family that is in power. So let's not waste our time reacting to what are obvious lies. Bola Tinubu cannot do better than it, and he would actually do much worse than Buhari by then.
Yes. So he's just concurring to this what pastor said. Let me get this other pastor that was talking to his congregation. Yeah, my sister Juliana, the number has been posted. I'm waiting for your call. So let's listen to this man, the people who are concurring that the government is not doing well.
I pray God will give Ashwaju the courage to do it, because it will affect even himself. It will affect all the APC powers. It will affect all the MDs of banks. The MDs of banks are the destroyer of this system. The powerful, the high and the mighty. He is stepping on their toes. I pray God give him the grace to do it. The next thing he should do, tell him if you know him, is to restructure this country. Nigeria is a fraud. One particular tribe repressing the whole of us. Did you hear what central bank governor wants to do, just a department, the operation department of central bank, to be moved back to Lagos, where you have 99% of the headquarters of bank. The North is agitating. Don't take Abuja back to Lagos. They don't care. If you all become beggars, it's okay for their oligarchic mentality. I talk like no other pastor talk. I talk like no other pastor talk. Because I have seen into governance, I have seen into the church. And I know where the problem is in this country. Are you hearing me? They may not like what I'm saying, but they cannot dispute the truth. This country cannot go on like this. Okay, I was talking about those who migrated. I don't blame those that want to japa. You know, initially I was saying don't japa. You hear me say that again? Japa if you want to japa. Because you look at the country and say, what future? If it goes on like this, what future? If it goes on like this, civil war is imminent. If it goes on like this, military intervention is imminent. Do we want to go back to that? No. Something must happen. I have always believed that something must happen. Do you see the way we pray in this church? Make Nigeria one. We don't pray. Nigeria is not one, and it can never be one. We are different nations tied together by force. We should still be one country, but let everyone govern itself the way you like.
So, my people, my sister Juliana said that Biafra is our only solution. That goes to concur to what this man is saying. Nigeria is not one and can never be one. So Biafra is one of those countries taking its leave. Hello, my wonderful brother. Happy Sunday, and today is Happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much, Wilson, for joining. Yeah, you know, on Sundays, we just recap through all the things we deliberated on during the week. You know, so once we finish this, I will tell you people what is going on in Anambra State, that our Prime Minister have warned people from Anambra not to heed to any of those, you know.
Are you hearing me? Let the Niger Delta have their oil. Let the East have their resources. Let the Yoruba people have their resources. Let the North have their resources. Let them manage their security. Give them state police. Let everybody guard his borders. Let everybody generate his economy. Why must you?
Yes, this police, he said, now reminded me, you know, currently the police, their uniform was changed, and somehow it looks like the military uniform. They were in Ebonyi State, flogging boys with tinted cars. You can imagine stopping someone in his car, and when he comes out, you drag him out and be beating him with bulala because his car is tinted. What sort of country is that? And it goes to remind me of what I saw in our Prime Minister's Twitter handle, where, thank you so much, my brother, say Happy Mother's Day. May your days be long. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. So my people, always remember to hit the like button and share the video for it to go viral, because it reminds our people as well. So it reminded me now of what the IPOB Nigeria was telling the government, that Nigeria government should introduce regional police. This will show you that these people from the onset are not, they are not freedom fighters. They are not. How can they be talking about Biafra with Onyendu when he was here? And now that they've sold him, they are now talking to Nigeria, our country, referring to Nigeria as our country. Introduce regional police. Today, the IPOB Nigerians. So my people, these things that this man is saying here, most of them are the things that Onyendu was demanding for from the onset. That was what he was demanding for. We were once all Nigerians before we decided to go back to our roots. Because before we became Nigeria, we were Biafrans. Oduduwas had their own nation. Everybody had their nation. And they came and amalgamated us. Lord Lugard and Florence Shaw. And after 100 years, it's not working. It's not working. 1966, when they started buying our people in the north, was barely 6 years after the independence. The center can no longer hold. We are falling apart. We are no longer at ease with this zoo relationship. So IPOB Nigeria is telling the head of state, the president, oh, we want regional police. Yeah. Yes, who say IPOB Nigerians are in a state of hegudi. Yes, they have lost it all. Yes, they've lost it all. They don't know what they want. And to be honest with you, the Fulanis, you can call them Fulani, but you cannot fool them. They know that they are not real. They are only after money. Yes, that's why they always offer them money to get what they want. But now, that Hope Uzodinma is asking for the head of Shetima and Bello Matawale. He is the one sponsoring the coup, as well as Femi Gbajabiamila. These are the people he said are his obstacle. I don't know whether Hope wants to be the next president of Nigeria. You know?
Where did we sit down to make Nigeria 36 states? Where did we sit down? Nigeria was negotiated 3 regions: North, West, East. 1963, by plebiscite, Midwest came in. Where did we sit down and say we shall be 36 states plus Abuja, and the biggest one taken to the north? All local governments. Then we came with federal character. You are qualified, but from the tribe you came from, you can't be qualified. Now, you can't pass any law in that National Assembly without Northern approval. They are in larger quantity. Deliberately made so. So how do we go from there?
Yeah, deliberately made so. Deliberate. Because when you come in the House of Assembly, where they make laws, the executives of that country, they will always make themselves to be more in number. So anything, if you bring a motion for something to be made law, they will veto it if it does not favor them. Or if they introduce anything, you won't have any chance to veto it. They will succeed because in number, they will be more. Higuldi Peguldi. Thank you, Omotayo. Nice man. Yes, we, the Biafrans and the Oduduwans, are always the Fulani target. You can imagine the indigenes. We are no longer happy in our homes. People that came from Futajalon under the leadership of Usman Danfodio have now taken over because the inception of Buhari's government gave them the opportunity to mess everyone in that country around. You know, they mess us up. Now, yesterday, there was a news that every money paid in the bank by those living abroad, they call it domiciliary account, that the zoo government have changed it to Naira. So if you now live abroad and you pay $100 or $200 into your domiciliary account into the bank, they will give you Naira instead of giving you back the money, the currency you paid in. So what country does that? You know? So we are always made victims in our own indigenous homes. It is unacceptable. So this is what we are all facing currently, and we should not allow that to keep going on. You know, even this barrister, let me play again what he said about this monetary issue.
One very important indices.
His name is Dele, Barrister Dele. He's a very good speaker. He tells you the truth the way it is.
Outside the confines of our zoo, quote and unquote. He knows, he sees, and he sees the constraints with which he is forced to exist. When you have a situation such as the one in which we are, which is, you may liken our situation to a house full of explosives, and then you have attendants in the house.
Yeah, my brother said, Wilson, the spirit of innocence are all over Hope Uzodinma. He will continue, yes, zuzuing until his end. Yes, ọbara ụmụ mmadụ ọ na-egbu ga-enye ya nsogbu, definitely. Fa ga-achụ ya chụtuo ya naanị, because he has done a lot.
The house, smoking, having barbecues all over the place. Our rulers are pyromaniacs. They have counted on their ability to escape when the country goes up in flame. We'll see how far they can run when the time comes. What I am saying to you is that this government, the current people in power in Nigeria, is not just Tinubu. Tinubu is just a figurehead. It's a system. That system has assured his own destruction by the choices that it has made. 2019, he was quoted as saying that inequitable and just Nigerian state must die. It must. Before the Nigerian nation may be born. That the death tolls of the one at the back pines for the letter, and it has fallen on the conscience to assist in the death of one and in the back of in the course of this conversation, you spoke of a revolution. How it's going to come, nobody's knows. But we've seen revolution happen across the continent. We've seen coups, we've seen popular uprising. For example, like what is happening in Senegal at the moment, despite the government ban on protests against the government. Now, in what form, what kind of revolution do Nigerians actually expect? Put it this way. The only thing that is rock certain is that Nigeria is heading for an implosion. Whether that results in chaos or a revolution is a different ballgame entirely. When I say the iniquitous Nigerian state must die, I'm talking about that state that has no citizens. This one that we're living in, he has no citizens. He has no room for citizens. You cannot have citizenship in the absence of the rule of law. Nigeria is not ruled by law. It is ruled by the will of men. Impunity. The kind of impunity that allowed that Jagudako Yakubu to be declaring election results when there are no results to offer to the people. For the first time in Nigerian history, the electoral umpire cannot tell the people how it arrived are the winner of the presidential election. So when you are confronted with that kind of situation where the people know, it's not that they think, they know that the electoral path has been blocked, that the judiciary is useless. The people know. So eventually what you are saying is that go and do whatever you want to do. This is what we will do. They will even tell you with aplomb, go to court. The level of confidence in the subversion of judiciary is so high, and they do not even bother to hide it. They tell you straight up, go to court. So when you are faced with that, it becomes inevitable that at some point there will be an ignition. I am hoping that when that happens, it will not be the poor man turning on the poor man, that the people will be better able to recognize their true enemies and not be turning against each other, but focus their attention on the true enemies of the Nigerian people. But that this will continue is not even within human consciousness for this to continue ad nauseum. Something must give. Let me also take you up on this. You were quoted as saying that you asked the question, have you heard about the theory of gradual escalation? First, we swear for them. Then we go to the next level. Then we graduate to sit at home. Then we protest in front of our home. Then we go to the streets and step at the time. I see you've been paying attention. I've actually been following up. Okay. Now, some are of the opinions that the fault lines, Nigerian fault lines, have been widened, that it is near impossible for the citizens to muster a protest that will be able to disrupt the present current difficulties. See, I wrote a piece once. I called it the arrogance of foolish knowledge. People like me, we sit down, we speak Dogon Turenchi because we are still reasoning things. We think through issues before we speak or before we act. Yeah, well, that's all well and good. But I'm not as hungry as the man on the street. I have the luxury of a full belly. I have the luxury of options. I can think through my options and then advise. I see nothing to gain in violence. That's because I have something to lose in violence. The average man, he has nothing to lose. He's lost everything. Everything has been taken from him. He sees his life and he's envying the dead. And then you say to him that he should calm down. My greatest fear is chaos. The conscious have a duty to make sure that this does not descend into chaos, but that's change. The difference.
My people, yes, he is now talking about the way they want, the society to be run. That's Nigeria. We are no longer Nigerians. We are Biafrans. And we should continue to talk about Biafra centrally to the extent that our people home and abroad will maintain a focus. Now, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he has a warning for the people of Anambra State. So in his Twitter handle, let me see if I can find it. I think I saved it somewhere. In his Twitter handle, he warned that people should not accept any medication from the wife of Anambra State Governor, Mrs. Soludo. Every now and then, people will be living under scare.
Gentlemen of the press.
Guys, people will be living in fear that, they are trying to reduce population, do this and do that. And it is through people like this that they can only achieve that. So they say that the wife of Soludo, the Anambra state governor, that she has offered to send the vitamin tablets to elderly people. And he warned them in Anambra, do not accept this medication because they are trying to buy all the people, telling you that Nigeria is the most populated African nation, that they want to reduce their population. Wilson, I don't know if you have heard that, and Emenike, you know. Who is Wisdom? Who invited you here? Please, Wisdom, take your leave. I do not want you on my platform. I beg you, in the name of God, take your leave. I do not want you on this platform. Thank you. Just take your leave, please. They call you Wisdom, but you are not wise at all. So I don't agree with you, and you don't agree with me. Get away from my platform. So now, yes, I saw it there on his Twitter handle. So people of Anambra State, be careful how your elderly ones accept medications that is not prescribed by a doctor. If the wife of the governor is offering you medication, do not accept it. Or you can just make sure that they are something that is going to be healthy for you when you take it. Please, my people, we are here to spread the gospel of Biafra. Yes, anybody that does not agree with us can take a leave and leave us alone. Let us continue to lie to ourselves. We are not tired of lying, just like Gumi and Shetima are not tired of dealing with all of you who will be jumping from one platform to another. Take the fight to the enemies. Yes, let me play this girl's voice for you. You call yourself Wisdom. When are you going to be wise? I'm waiting. There's a very young lady here. She said that you people are fond of fighting each other. You should take the fight to the camp of the enemy. And I agree with her. I agree with her. If you can take the fight to the camp of the enemy, that will be very nice. Let me play this first. So you will tell me whether this one is lying as well. Wisdom, open your ear and listen to this.
Right, and the number one. Who discussed on the owner? In that blood. Where are you from? Where are you from? Me. I just know as a POS commander. Right, and the number one. Who discussed on the owner? In that blood. Where are you from? Where are you from? Me. No, I just know as a POS commander. Right, and the number one. Who discussed on the
That one name, thank you. I have one fake man here with fake account. who said that his name is Wisdom. Are you following? Oh, Negi the demented. Yes. Okay. Hillary, you sent me something. Let me check for it.
Auntie, good morning. Thank you, man. Anyway, because no to Digital. And I seen her from on 10th to 15th of this month. Now all internet, now got shut her down. And that shut her the internet down. Now I went on go check the book there. More marker, more kinikaga buyer. Now only sellers, only na chance na population is too much in Nigeria. No yake be so high. So now the ogun for na onye agbara ya either na dị onye ahụ rahụrụ ụra ọga onye hazi aga ikunizi ọ onye ahụ na-aga n'ụzọ daa nwụrụ. So o nwere onye sendịrị m ya yesterday but ha sendịrị ya n'olu ndị obodo a nka anyị sendịrị gị the voice message but ọ n'elu ndị Yoruba ka ha sendịrị ya. So sizie ka m na-akọwara ndị Igbo na-anaghị anụ Yoruba. So biko ọgwụ mgbochi ọbụla ebutere ma okenye ma obere nwa ahụ asị onye ọbụla agbara ya ma ọ na chọọchị ma ọ na skuul si mee dị announcement. Ọya ka nsị ka m gwa gị n'ụtụtụ a. Take care.
Dịkachi kedu ome na voice note a ịgbatara ebe a ọ tọkwara m ọchị o mana ọ bụrụkwa ihe ọchị. Ịmanagolo ihe dị otu a dala anyị nwa bụ ndị Igbo a ga na-achụ. So n'okwuru na a ga-achọta ịntanetị na otogo ejiri buberi gị ma this thing and in every rumor there is atom of truth inside. Enwe ndị ọbụla nọ mostly ndị Igbo ọbụla ma na ụmụnne ha nọ anything west and the north should take note of this thing. And I believe in the east we can resist it. But onye ọbụla ma na ya nọ anything like obodo ndị ofe mmanụ ọbụla nnaka Lagos ma ọ bụ obodo ndị ugwu should try and make sure that they are alert. Maka na mgbe anyị na-ekwu ihe a this brigade bịara visit Ezu ma mgbe a na-ekwu na ndị a chọrọ reduce world population on Africa and it happens that ndị a ma ụdị mmadụ Bola Ahmed Tinubu bụ were nye ya ọkwa ọchịchị. They are aware, that is why they leave him. They want to use him and commit so many atrocities in that country. But Chukwu karịrị ha ike. Otu ihe ala ikiri my people onye ọbụla ma ebe ọbụla si gbasa ozi a onye ọbụla ngado ntị. During that time enweghara ka netwọk siri shake ya ma netwọk shekere anything ọbụla ewetara sọlọbụ for immunization. Nobody should take it. Tell your papa, tell your mama, tell your brothers, tell your sisters. Try and make sure that Roman grass school all the very, very important. Please, I say one in the by. We do the in the Quran want to Batarosia here.
So my people, you have heard it. It is from Hillary. He is one of us here. Please, my people, spread the news. I will tell my own family back home not to take any injection. Let everybody here ignore the Maruda in our midst. After wondering, he will go. I mean, the more he makes comments, the more it increases my page. So let him enjoy himself. They know that Biafra is coming. Whether he accepts it or not, Biafra will come. Yes, Biafra is definitely going to come. Let me play one voice for him to listen to.
Recently, we have not been talking about Nigeria. We have not been fighting Nigerians. When they drag their attention on our platform, when they call you Biafra, all those things. No. We have been literally fighting ourselves. Yes, that is the truth. Mm-hmm. That is why you can only see only us in the comment section.
Yes, like the one we have here.
Lately. No, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm lying, say that I'm lying. We, for some time now, we never take fight go our enemy camp or Ezekiel. If we come up for this religion matter now, is it that some of them, what did they do? Is it that about Epelimanafil or religion? Epelimanafil religion. That they use religion and Epelimanafil until they exchange. We have not taken the fight to the enemy's camp.
Exactly.
For they cannot,
you see? Yeah. She is very correct that we have not taken the fight to the enemy's camp, that we are fighting ourselves. Gumi is busy going around advocating for negotiation by the government with the terrorists, and nobody is saying a word to him. You can never hear a challenge from Fulani man to Gumi, but ekwensu niile gafete ọ na-ezuzugharị na from platform to platform. That's what this girl is saying, that we are always taking the fight to ourselves and not to the camp of the enemy. I have one Maruda here.
We set ourselves. We don't even analyze the news. Most of the things, voice note of Mazna the canon that we are playing today. Now, news when they read, if you listen to them, if they read the news, they quote the time, the date, and everything, like they make in broadcast. Thank you so much. Thanks, Brian. You understand? This is what they talk to. I'm also guilty. I'm not going to exclude myself. I'm also guilty. All of us. When laugh, I don't sit down and analyze news. When laugh. If in the day when I'm not going to talk about it, I'm going to talk about Canada. I'm not talk about Canada. I'm going to talk about religion.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Recently, we have not been talking about Nigeria. We have not been fighting Nigerians. When they drag their attention on our platform, when they call you Biafra, all those things. No. We have been literally fighting ourselves. Yes, that is true.
Yeah, that is the truth. So my brother Emenike, Onstay Wilson, and everybody, I will leave you people here, but try and make sure that you advise your families about this very new development. No, let nobody take any injection. If anyone is sick, they should go to the doctor for dialysis, for the doctor to check what is wrong with you and diagnose it. Do not take any medication from any state governor, because they have always been the saboteur in our midst. They have always used them. The only governor we can trust the life of our people to now is somebody like Alex Oti, the proper Biafra man. Yes, he is the only one. The other ones are there stealing money. And Dalu saw my brother, Dalu Ambrose. Thank you so much. Anything that I hear, I will always bring it to the knowledge of my people. We have suffered in the hands of that zoo, where what's his name created, Florence Shaw, amalgamated 3 nations without the consent of the people. Now we can no longer be together, and they have their system. using your own people to fight you, and one is here fighting, you know. So this is always their ploy. But even if we are 10 that gets this Biafra, Biafra must come. And it will come now in a way that they never expected. And the fighters among us will be the ones that will be sent to jail, like reformatory, to reform them, because some of us have brain, but we don't use it. Yes, you can never see any Hausa man criticize Shetima or Buhari, but they will grab Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who didn't do anything to them, and put him in jail. So as I said, if I hear any information, whether authentic or not, I will bring it, because the last man that spoke here said that even if it is rumor, anytime you hear rumor, there must be an element of truth in it. I will leave you people here and go into deeper search of what is going on about this medication they are bringing to Nigeria, whether they are going to shut the internet. Today is 10th now. My own internet is still working. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had the opportunity of staying here together this evening. But we hope that things will not go their own way. I thank you all. Thank you, my people. Yes. Hillary, thank you for this update. Thank you so much. I will leave you here and love you. Chetekwa na ife okoko ndị m kwu. Ọ sị na onye ndị ilo gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Ụmụ Biafra, unu alarụ n'ụla. This is the way they sabotaged Ojukwu. Sabotaged, what's his name? Uwazurike. Sabotaged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is it Simon Ekpa that they will not sabotage? Ịmana ndị Igbo anyị ụfọdụ a na-ezuzuka. Fapụta fa na-eche na fa dị very experienced, or na fa dị sharper than anybody else. But I am glad na so many Biafrans nwere uche. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that no further nwere uche. That is how life is. So my people, have a very good evening and mind how you go. I love you all. All hail Biafra. Thank you, Emenike. More grace. Thank you, my brother. Bye from here. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Diane. Thanks to Juliana Obi and Wilson. Thank you so much. Bye.